Hello, good morning. Hello, welcome to the live stream. So I was just seeing how this worked and see if it's working okay, and it does seem to be working. Let me turn on the chat. Okay. This is the first time I've ever done any type of stream or anything like that. So I'm just going to see how it goes. I'm in the downtown area, so you know that's going to be an issue too, because with all the buildings there might be like some interference with the signal. Hopefully that's not the case. It's a little bit windy today, so hopefully you won't hear too much wind interference. I have my microphone here, so I'm kind of hoping that helps out a little bit. But yeah, so today I had come up to Chicago for something, and I just wanted to do a tour of the city. And then later today, I might actually do a tour somewhere else. Anyway, so yeah, this is about Chicago. This is about the city of Chicago. This is not about English. I might get into that topic later or whatever. But anyway, so here we are. So we're going to start here. We're going to work our way up north, across the river, go north. So we're going to start with probably, which is the most iconic building in Chicago, and that's the Sears Tower. So the Sears Tower is right there. It's not the Willis Tower. It says Willis Tower over there or something. No one calls it the Willis Tower. It's not the Willis Tower. It's the Sears Tower. So there it is, right up there. So used to be the tallest building in the world until I believe the Petronas Towers came along in the mid or late 90s. So yeah. So okay, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start walking. I'm gonna face the camera forward so you guys can see the city and whatnot, instead of seeing me, but actually seeing the city. Do we use the word skyscraper? Yeah, actually. I mean, I guess it's a personal preference. I mean, we can say tall building, but yeah, I would use skyscraper. Okay, so yeah, so it's not uncommon, if that's what you're asking. Now, if you have any questions about English, such as, you know, do you say this word, that word, or whatever, yeah, go ahead and ask. I'm not going to get into any, like, other people's videos today. That's not what this is about. And again, sorry if there's an issue with the wind. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this now so that you can start seeing some of Chicago. And we're going to go ahead and take a look. So there's the Sears Tower right there. And if you look, well, you can't see from here, but you can go all the way up to the top, and they have these little things that come out. And yeah, it's like $40 to do that. It's just ridiculously expensive. I did it many suns and moons ago. To me, it's absolutely overrated. So, so yeah, so here we go. Live on a Tuesday morning. The workday has just started. But yeah, there you go, the Sears Tower for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here. We're going to make a left on Clark, take a look at a few other buildings, and then, yeah, we might get something to eat at 11. So I think I can do a poll. And with that poll, I might decide if I want to get a deep dish pizza, an Italian beef, a Chicago hot dog or something, so that maybe you guys can see it. So we're kind of at the Sears Tower, yes, is the big building here, but we're kind of at the edge of the city. We're not necessarily, you know, in the center of it. We have to go way down that way to be more in the center of it. So just waiting for the traffic to go. And yeah, if you're wondering, well, you can totally jaywalk here. But I don't, because you never know. So, yeah. What time is it in Chicago right now? It is 10 whatever, 10:05, 10 whatever a.m. So one thing that you'll notice about Chicago is the architectures are really a mixture of the old and the new. And that's what I love about it here. Now, Sorry if it's windy, it's pretty windy. Here's Giordano. So this is one of the main deep dish chains. I'm not a fan of it. So here's their pizza right here. I'll go ahead and show you this. So this is a Giordano's. This is a deep dish pizza, but it is a stuffed pizza. So it's not exactly like most traditional deep dish pizzas. And I wonder if they're open now, actually. So yeah, so we'll stop by a restaurant like that. Now up there, you can see what is known as the L, which is our train. It's not the subway, it's not the metro, it's the L. And how do you spell that? Just the letter L. That's it. And that's short for, oh, and there's a train actually up there right now. Be able to see it go across. So that stands for the elevated train. So this is one of the first types of subway systems, even though it's not a subway. We do have an underground rail here, underneath here. But this is like the old tracks right here. And yeah, it's a little old. Let me go ahead and show you down here. All right. In this part, you'll find a lot of fancier hotels and stuff like that. Now, technically, you might have heard of the north side, south side. We're technically on the south side right now. And what determines that is where you are in location to the Chicago River. And we're going to get to that soon. So you can see fancy buildings here. Now, okay, 10:07, there you go. They said it was supposed to be like 65 degrees. That's not 65 degrees, that's 54 degrees. And what is that in Celsius? I have no clue. Now, we are kind of coming up. Oh, there's another L going that way. And I'll even let you kind of take a look instead of necessarily talking a lot. So you get some of the historical old buildings over that way. Now, must be that way. I thought it was here. Oh yeah, it is right here. The Chicago Board of Trade. So right here. This is the building. It's just hard to see because it's much, much taller, and you can only see a little bit of it right there. So the Chicago Board of Trade is where all of the commodities are traded. So like livestock, cattle, corn, wheat, all those things are put on the market here. Oh, you can't really see the building from here. But yeah, that's unfortunate. I was hoping, because there's a statue all the way on the top of it. McDonald's. So yeah, I don't know how to, like the chat comes up and then goes away. So I don't know how to keep the chat up continuously. Yes, there's a McDonald's here. Wouldn't be America without McDonald's. Now, this road, this is one-way road here. So it just goes this way, right? This is, as a matter of fact, we're going to get to the end of it here. This is literally the beginning and or end, depends on which direction you're going, of the old Route 66. So the old Route 66, where you see that clearing out there, where you just see blue sky, that's where it ends. We are at Clark, but do I want to go? Oh, I believe that's a federal prison there. Yes, that is. speaking of my last live stream that had federal prisons as the main subject. So this stream seems to, or just running this seems to like just kill my battery. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do this for a while. And yeah, it's so windy and it's kind of cold. Now I know some people are sitting there going, hey Dave, where we are, it's much, much colder. But man, that wind is kicking up. You might be able to hear it in the microphone right now. So let's go ahead and go over here. I'm going to show you one really cool building, which is the Chase building. See, like you can see this old architecture. Like, oh, is that the Monocoque building? That might be the Monocoque building, which is one of the, yeah, it is. It says Monocoque down there. And it's like one of the breakthrough architectural buildings in the late, like 1890s, turn of the century, something like that. And it was just kind of unique because it had these parts coming out. Instead of just being like this building, the buildings where you see it's flat, you can kind of see they're rounded and coming out. So when it was built, that was a definitely a unique feature. So this building might actually be on the list of historical places as well, but I'm not sure. But you can see Monocoque building right there. One thing I noticed, I never noticed this before, there are a ton of Dunkin' Donuts here. And that's unfortunate. Wish they had Tim Hortons. All right, no wind. Okay, I'm going to try to keep a eye on the chat. The only problem is that, here we go. Have you ever heard about polls in Chicago? Well, yeah, I mean, I'm half Slovak, and there are not many Slovaks here. Now, this is a sculpture that's been here forever, but I don't know the history, really, of this sculpture, so I'm sorry about that. And so here's one of the underground, like the L trains that actually go underground. So the blue line and the red line actually goes down and back up. But yeah, so here, I don't know the history behind this one, but we're going to go ahead and get into the history of some others as well. Yeah, of course, there was a question there right when I was walking through the sun, so I couldn't see it, unfortunately. But yeah, my family's from Slovakia, and there are not many Slovaks in the United States. So basically, actually a funny story. So basically everyone, if you live here in Chicago and you want to have something somewhat Eastern European connected or Central European connected, you have to get Polish stuff. And that's just how it is. As a matter of fact, there are so many Poles here that when my grandmother was born, and this is an issue I have in regards to immigration, when my grandmother was born, they put on her birth certificate that her parents were both from Poland, but they were not. They were from Slovakia. And I'm trying to get proof that Slovakia, actually, let's go this way before we go back to that other building I want to go to. I have to have proof that my family is from Slovakia, so I'm getting the birth certificate changed right now so it has it as Slovakia as my great-grandparents' place of birth and not Poland, because I have no connection to Poland. All right, so I just want to take a little bit of a deviation. Actually, we're going to go down this way, then we're going to come back. Okay, so this is the Berghoff restaurant and brewery. So they make their own beer here. Don't know how good or bad it is. I've only eaten here once, and it is a German restaurant, but this, after Prohibition happened, this was the first restaurant to get their license, and every year they are the first, when they renew it, they're license number 1. So this is considered like the original place, and I'm seeing if they've got, it must be inside. That's unfortunate, because they got like the permit, and it's like alcohol sales permit number 1, and they get number 1 every year just because of their history. So a lot of politicians, a lot of people back in the day went down there. There's even rumors that underneath that area, they were pushing alcohol basically during the Prohibition era. Oh, you know what? It's like I don't want to go that far down there. So I want to show other things. Because down there, straight ahead, it's just 2 blocks. We'll just go. It's just 2 blocks. We're fine. See, like that guy's crossing the road. Not a good time to cross. If you want to cross, keep your fucking eyes open. No. Well, no, not really. I speak extremely little Slovak, but that's one of the 3 languages I'm focusing on right now. Slovak, improving my French, and I really want to get to the next level on it. And a language that I have mentioned in the past. Oh, something happened here. That's some really lazy ass confetti there, that's for sure. Anyway, another language that eventually I'm going to get back to. I kind of took a break from it, but yeah, there's another McDonald's over there. So up here is the art museum, and I am going to eventually do a video where I go in there. I have been thinking about maybe doing a channel like just totally focused and based on Chicago, but I don't know if I want to do that yet. Rosati's Pizza, that is a big thin crust pizza chain here in Chicago. Oh, that's a smaller one. Well, it is downtown. Oh, they got some pizzas out. I wonder if they're open right now. All right, so here's the L again. So the L goes around in a loop, hence the name, The Loop, which is what downtown Chicago is commonly referred to, the Loop. So the more you know. There you go. I've always wanted to go to that Miller's Pub, but I never have. Let me go ahead and show you down here as well. So we're getting to the lake. Pigeons. But yeah, while I'm waiting here for the crosswalk, if anyone wants to ask me anything, go right ahead. It's a little colder than I thought it would be. I think my stream will last for a while, so hopefully we're good. Okay, looks like we can cross. Well, of course there are McDonald's, actually. Well, Lingua Marina, I said I wasn't going to talk about her. She doesn't know American culture, that's all I'm going to say. So you can see here, right here, this is literally, technically the start of Route 66, because now we are coming back this way. So this is where the historic Route 66 highway is. And yes, there is a lot of McDonald's. As a matter, that could be a good place to go for lunch. McDonald's is based out of the Chicagoland area. And they actually have a restaurant here that they have the menu of McDonald's menu items that you can get from like all over the world. So it's like an international McDonald's. So yeah, actually that would be kind of interesting to see. Have I been to Slovakia? Yes, I was there back in June for 3 weeks, and I might be going there eventually a little bit more permanently. So here we go. This, and I just wanted to walk down here. This is the Art Institute of Chicago. Now, here you're going to see, actually I'm glad I did come out here. So, here we go. This is kind of iconic downtown Chicago you think of. We're on Michigan Avenue right now. And all in here is Grant Park. So this is the big park that's near the lake here in Chicago. And if you like where the park is, that's where Barack Obama actually gave his victory speech on election night. But yeah, this is the art museum. So they have, you know, they have Picasso, they have Van Gogh, they have Jackson Pollock. I only went through Košice. I only went through there because I was going to where my family's from in Humeni. So I just went to the Košice train station, but I am planning on going there in the future. So yeah, so this is the iconic Michigan Avenue. We're gonna pick it back up there when we get to the river. So yeah. Oh, actually, no, I do want to go this way because I think here, I believe, I don't know, yes, they do. But people are going to be turning here, so I can't go yet. There, I'll show you. They have the iconic, Route 66 beginning sign. So this, like right here, what you're looking at right there, that's where Route 66 starts. This crosswalk right here, where that line is. That's Route 66. Oh, okay. There's one turning, but I'm gonna go anyway. So yeah, so there you go. Historic Route 66. So yeah, this is Route 66, guys. This road goes all the way to Los Angeles. I think it goes all the way to Santa Monica Pier, if I'm correct. I am not sure. Well, so it's interesting. So I went to Humeni mostly to go to a small town north of it called Karna, which is where my family is actually originally from. But by the time I got there, the train was delayed and all that, and I missed the last bus, so I wasn't able to go. And then I had to get back to the train. I was in Bratislava, so I had to get back to Bratislava. And yeah, so okay, here's the L again. So I have a question. Would you move to another country? Absolutely. I mean, I'm trying to do that right now. So absolutely. I love Chicago. I love living here. I'm not a huge fan of living in America. Just going to be quite honest. Alrighty. And we have ahead of us Trump Tower. Hence the reason why I kind of don't want to live here anymore. Anyway, so there's the L there. And they basically have not changed it since they built it. Now, the same person who designed this also designed the London Underground as well. Fun fact. All right. So, Yeah, my nose is running a little bit. So I keep on having to sniffle. So sorry for that, because it's a little bit colder than I thought. Hopefully it'll warm up a little. Next time I do one of these, I'm going to make sure I have a stabilizer. I thought the camera would stabilize, but it really isn't. Actually, I get my French up to a B2 level, I could immigrate to Canada because I got my degree from McGill, and I can immigrate through the Quebec provincial sponsorship program, because that's really based on, I'm going to keep going straight here because the crosswalk's changing, because it's based on experience in Quebec, like living in Quebec and all that. Something smells good. That's a red line. See, I don't know if they're around anymore. You have the sign Carson Perry Scott right here. They were, I would say, the big retailer in Chicago through most of the 20th century. And yeah, now I think they might be gone. I don't even know if they exist anymore. Palmer House. So when I was in political science, the Midwest Political Science Association every year has their conference here at Palmer House in either May or April. So I used to come here every year and go to Palmer House to present at the at Midwest, as we would call it. I think it was Midwest, or was it APSA? No, it was Midwest. So yeah. It's seeming to get a little warmer, but I'm not ready to take off the jacket quite yet. I'm hauling my computer with me as well. I'm going to try to get a little bit of work done later. I'm going to see, because I swore I could do a poll or something. No. Actually, I mean, I had thought about doing something about the education system here, because it is like vastly different. But I think that's going to be another video for my other channel, maybe. Okay, hope. I'm pretty sure we're going the right way. I think we're going the right way. I hope we're going the right way. Let me ask you, I mean, it's been a little bit windy at points. Have you been able to hear me well? Just let me know in the stream if you've been able to hear me. Then it'll make it, give me a little bit of confidence. Yes. Okay, cool. No. I mean, I need to go this way. Oh, wait, yeah, this is it. Cool. Now, the Italian Village, that is a very famous Italian restaurant that one certain Al Capone used to go to quite frequently. In addition, it is deemed to have the best Italian beef in the city. I've never been there, but yeah. I wish it would just keep the stream up. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna see this building. Because my dad showed me this building when I was a kid, and he mentioned something to me about it, and yeah, like I came with him to a bring your son to work day type of thing. I don't think it was that. It was that they didn't have anyone to watch me, so my dad had to drag me along with him. Anyway, this is the Chase building. So it used to be, I think, the Harris Bank building back in the day. So, when we go here, and the cool thing about this building, nightlife in Chicago, I mean, it depends on what you look at for nightlife. We're more of a day entertainment, like sports city, stuff like that, I would say. So the cool thing about this building is it is like wide at the bottom and it gets narrow at the top. But when you stand next to it and look up, it looks as if it is coming over you. So it's like this optical illusion that's pretty damn cool. So we're gonna go to the edge here. Huh, they have those stairs closed. Okay, so we're gonna go to the edge here. I'll go down the steps here, just go a little more in the middle and look up. So the camera doesn't do it justice, but it, like, you were here and you looked up that way, it would literally look like it's like coming over your head. But it absolutely isn't. In fact, it seems as if the camera actually corrects it. All right. Now, let's go to, let's see how the battery's working on here. Well, the battery is okay. I have to go to that building later today, I think. All right. So here's the thing about Chicago. As you get further north and north, it gets more interesting. So this part is kind of, you know, what it is. And then you get crazy people like this who are like doing push-ups on a fire hydrant. Yeah. It is what it is.
Hey, you did that, man.
So let's see.
You said you did that.
I'm gonna go, so I don't know if, okay, wait, because it'd be on Clark. Nah, we'll go this way. Oh, that means I gotta wait for another crosswalk. So yeah, go ahead and ask any questions. I see it's kind of dying down a little bit in there. So, is the weather cold in Chicago? Well, the camera shouldn't be too blurry. It looks clear on my screen. It's cold compared to how it has been, but no, it's not really cold at all. As a matter of fact, I'm starting to get a little bit hot wearing this jacket. So, yeah. So, we'll go ahead and go to Millennial Park and look at that beam thing, the thing that I don't even know why the hell it's here. I don't know what I'm going to eat. Possibly deep dish, possibly an Italian beef. The problem with deep dish pizza is that it's just takes too long to cook. So if I go to Lou Malnati's, which is the place I would probably go to, it would be take like 30 minutes for a pizza to be cooked. Alrighty. So yeah, the number of viewers is dropping, but that's okay. But it actually gets, like I said, the city actually gets better as we go further. Oh, are we where I want to be? I think so. Is this? Yes, we are where I want to be. Oh, we got a Christmas market going on. Awesome. Can we not get there because of the Christmas market? Stay there, asshole. See, I'm walking, you sack of shit. Okay. So. I guess having a Christmas market is the end thing now, but crap. No, I have to go to that building later. To the records building. All right. You see, you can't go through here, which sucks. So I wanted to show you that right there. So that, let's see. I probably sound tired because I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. So yeah, I am just, I've had a long day. So I've been up since 3, and what is it? It's like 10:30 right now. So yeah, kind of tired. So yeah, you got all this stuff here. That is right there. That is a Picasso. So that was, so you're wondering what's a Picasso? That was actually made by Pablo Picasso. So the city of Chicago wanted Pablo Picasso to make some sort of sculpture for the city. And he basically said, well, what do you want me to make? And the city of Chicago just said, well, make whatever you want to make, just whatever it is, okay? So he made this. And the city of Chicago said, oh, well, what is that? He's like, I don't know. You guys figure it out. So they didn't give him any guidance, and he just kind of ran with that. But if you think, like, people from Chicago, they will, like, over there is going to be that stupid bean thing. People from Chicago know this. This is like emblematic of Chicago, whereas the bean thing isn't. So let's go ahead and go over to that stupid bean, because, you know, you're in Chicago, you got to go to the damn bean. So yeah. And then from that point on, we're going to cross the river. We're going to go on in a part of the city called the Magnificent Mile, which is the north side of Michigan Avenue, and that's where the places to eat are going to be more prevalent. Yeah, if you hear me sniffling, sorry, because it's like, it's kind of cold, but it's kind of warm. It's kind of in that in-between area. There you go. Now, down this way is like a theater district where you see a lot of theaters. Not movie theaters, but like, I was gonna say, you better not be beeping at me. I got a friggin' crosswalk here. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you can go ahead and ask any question. Oh, here's CBS. This is one of 3 major networks. This is WBBM, Wonder if they even call it WBBM anymore. I don't see it, but it's WBBM. If anyone has any questions, go ahead and fire them off. I'll see if I can see them. Morningstar. They're like a, they do reports on stocks and mutual funds and stuff. The quality is not great. Well, you know, life's tough. Get a helmet. This is very much like the Monocoque building. Huh. I'm not talking about Marina. This is not about Marina. I mean, I'm going to point out her errors eventually, but yeah, I do live far from Chicago. I live 4 hours away. I happen to be here today for something, so I decided to do that. Oh, we'll go look at the iconic Chicago Theater sign. But here's Macy's. Yeah, it's starting to warm up now. Yes, thank you. Not everything's about Marina. Jesus, holy hell, and handbasket. Right. So there's Macy's. Marshall Fields. That was another big company here in Chicago with Carson Perry Scott. Marshall Fields. I think they might even be closed too. I think Macy's bought them out. That's why it's Macy's now. I mean, many of the, I'd say 20th century higher end retail shops were really based out of Chicago. A lot of them were. Oh, argument on the street. Alrighty. So, just wanted to show you that. That's the iconic Chicago Theater sign. I don't know if you can see it. I don't even know if I can zoom. Oh, yeah, I can. There we go. Oh, okay, I can zoom. Didn't even realize that. So, there it is. Oops. Jesus Christ. Okay. So we're going to go to that stupid bean thing. Just because we have to. Then we're going to cross the river. Oh, I think we have a light, but it's out. We'll just go straight here. Next time I'm going to get a gimbal. Like I said, I thought the stabilizer would work really well on this, but not. So a gimbal will be purchased in the future. There are a lot of museums here. So you have the Field Museum, you have the Museum of Science and Industry, you have the Art Institute that I showed you. I'd have to look at all the other ones, but those are the main ones. You have the Shedd Aquarium, you have the Adler Planetarium, the Museum of Science and Industry. That one's a really cool one as well. So you got a ton of museums here. Huh. I think that's the first Starbucks, so we're back to the L again.
Hey, listen, bud.
Oh, holy hell, there's a Starbucks here. And there's a Starbucks there. It's a huge ass Starbucks too. Alrighty. All right. So we're back to the L again. We're just kind of zigzagging. Oh, 6, 5. Go ahead. Just kind of zigzagging. But I want to get north. So yeah, I'm trying to think of Italian beef, which if I get an Italian beef, it will be the messiest thing that you will ever see. Like, really, really messy. But it's so good. Deep dish pizza, I like that, but it takes forever. Okay, so, interesting question. The cost of living in Chicago, if you want to live in downtown Chicago, is significantly cheaper than living in Los Angeles, San Francisco, Miami, or whatever. It's unfortunately kind of a town that's losing population, and that's for many reasons. But yeah. But yeah, it's definitely an affordable place to live if you're looking for a major city. But the problem is, one of the things about Chicago is that once like 7 o'clock hits, 8 o'clock hits, the city just kind of like shuts down. Maybe go a little bit north. I mean, at least downtown, that is. Okay. Oh. How far is that bean thing? It's like right here. So I think it's up here, so we'll go here. That building, I think it's called the Ion Center now. It used to be called the Standard Oil Building. It is, I think, now the 4th largest building in Chicago. It used to be the 3rd, behind John Hancock Center, which is well, way down there. You can't see it yet. And the Sears Tower, where we actually started the video. Okay, where's a stupid bean thing? Okay, so okay, the bean thing is over there. Anyway, sorry, I just don't want to go to it. There's so much more to see in this city than a stupid reflective bean-looking thing. So it's over there. Google it. Enough people have done enough videos about it that yeah. No one in Chicago really, cares. Hold you have to be to have a driver's license? 16. You can get a driver's permit at 15. So yeah, go ahead. I'm going to just walk until there are some cool things to point out, which will be more when we get to the river, which will be in a few minutes, in about 5 minutes. Ooh, that guy dropped his phone. Ouch. But if you want to ask questions, go ahead. Shoot.
Because in the case, the guy gets off.
Are these assholes really going to block the crosswalk? Oh no, okay, he's honking his horn. I might have to stop in a few because I'm actually getting quite hot. It's starting to warm up now. I did this video on a Tuesday because it is the only day that I don't work. So that's why. So where we were earlier, or where we've kind of have been, is more the business district of Chicago, where you have the high-rise office buildings, the skyscrapers with like the offices in them. And now we're starting to get more into the commercial part. So now we're going to get into the shops and stuff like that. Maybe I'll peek into a mall. I might do another stream after this one later, where I might go to Woodfield Mall, which at one point used to be the biggest mall in the world. Crap, there's a bug flying around me now. So, is it here? Yes. I have to look in here to see if it is. Yes, it is. So here, this building right here was housed, or I should say housed the headquarters of the 2008 Barack Obama campaign. So all the people with the Barack Obama campaign, this is the building that they worked in. I know I had to go there a number of times. No, it's actually kind of warming up quite a bit. It's making me think about taking off this jacket. It's getting quite toasty. Now, you see a big building back there. That is the John Hancock Center. That's where eventually, that might be where we end the live stream, or where I go before I decide to eat. If you want to see any food from Chicago, I don't know if that's something you want to see, or if you just want to see the city. Yeah, so you got a number of restaurants here and stuff. But we're now starting to get more into the commercial part instead of the business part of Chicago. So yeah, so that big black building behind the light pole right there, that's our eventual destination. All right, we're gonna cross here. No. That is the building that the Obama campaign was in. That building right there. Now that I'm here, I figured it out. Like I said, ask any questions if you want. Oh, it's a winter time in Chicago, like I said, like, not really. I think it's about like, probably getting close to 60 degrees now. It's probably getting a little bit warmer. So you'd say I'm on a plane. So I saw that come up. You'd say I'm on a plane, I'm on a bus. So you can say in if you're talking about being like within something, but if you're talking about it primarily as a mode of transportation, you would say on. So that would be what it is. Chicago considered southern? No, we are the furthest. We're about as northern as you can get, okay? The state of Illinois is the home of Abraham Lincoln. I can't even speak. Abraham Lincoln. Well, he wasn't born here, but this is the home of Abraham Lincoln. And you can't get more non-southern than being the home of Abraham Lincoln. So yeah. I might stop in a few to take this jacket off and put it in my backpack. I do not know yet, because it is getting kind of warm. Now that is the Sun-Times building. Chicago Sun-Times, one of the two major newspapers here in Chicago. That building right there. So now we're at the Chicago River, and across the street right there, that's the Chicago Tribune. That is probably the major newspaper of Chicago. There's Assholes Tower right there. All right. All right, so here we go. Here's the Chicago River. I see some people left as soon as I called Trump an asshole. Well, he is a sack of shit and I have no use for him. He's also very stupid. There we go. You can see the flags over there as well. I think, yep, so there's the Chicago River. We got a river walk right down here. Fun fact, further down there, there's a major boat tragedy that killed hundreds of people. Fun fact. Yep. Yeah, so see, Chicago and Chicagoans are pretty much on one side of that one. All right, so here is the Tribune building. Now, if I did get something to eat, which I could now, it would be here. As far as pizza, there's a Lou Malnati's there, which is a pizza place. It is a beautiful day today. It's just absolutely a stunning day today. Here, you can see now down this way. And usually if you see like pictures of Chicago, it's the river right here. You might see the river painted or dyed green sometimes, well, all the times, every year for St. Patrick's Day. That's probably the view you see. So I hope they're not doing any kind of refurbishing on this building. It doesn't look like they are. Okay, so this person is the founder of Chicago. He is Haitian born and the first settler here in Chicago. Actually, I believe, did he settle near this site? I thought it was where the John Hancock Center is. But yeah, so he's essentially the founder of Chicago. See, so remember I was talking earlier about how architecture is such a big thing here? Right here, they actually have an architecture tour. So, yeah. So if you ever want to grab up a time to go see architecture, there you go. I guess it's boat rides as well. So yeah. I don't need to do a tour. I already know everything that's here. So now, is this a Jack Brickhouse memorial? It's got to be. Is that a Jack Brickhouse memorial? Yes, it is. So, very famous broadcaster, sports broadcaster here in the city of Chicago. Now, we're at the Tribune Tower here. So that's this building here. Now, what's interesting is within the Tribune Tower, they have pieces of other buildings. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, because this is quite interesting. So let's see. And these are like actual pieces. So you can see like Roman ruins up there. St. Stephen's Cathedral, Vienna. Original tomb of Abraham Lincoln. So this is part of the original tomb of Abraham Lincoln. They have a few more. Most of them are down the other street, but I mean, they got some pretty cool ones, like Sydney Opera House. That's from the actual Sydney Opera House. Santo Domingo Monastery and Church. That's from that. Fortress. Let's see. It says Rhineland. Bridge of the Forbidden City in Peking, which Beijing, I guess it would be. So let's look at some of the other ones I have. See, it's turned out to be an extremely beautiful day outside today. All right, so here we go. These are a little bit more cool. The old Comiskey Park. We'll get into that. So this is part of the Alamo. There. Edinburgh Castle. That's from the Edinburgh Castle. That's from Westminster Abbey. Up there. You can see just how intricate all the carvings and everything are in this. It's pretty amazing. But like they have the pyramids of Giza, I think, on here as well. Cologne Cathedral up there. So this is something from China. Wrigley Field. I want to see if I can find the Giza. The Giza. Oh, don't tell me it says. No. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? There's a whole bunch of stones in here that we can look at, and I can't get to them. Here you go. This is part of the White House. So I'm actually that's part of the original White House. So this is from Pompeii. That's pretty cool. This is something from the ruins of Pompeii here in Chicago. All right, let's keep going. I want to see if I can see.
There you go, Dan. For the Chicago bucket.
Oh, no, thanks. Here we go. Great Pyramid of Giza, right here. Pretty fucking cool, isn't it? So that's actually from the pyramid. And they got all these pieces from all over the world just for Ticonderoga, Mark Twain's, I mean, everything. Keep on going down here. There's, like, you literally could be looking at rocks all day long, which is pretty interesting, pretty cool. But let's keep going. Got a lot more to see. Lou Malnati's, that pizza place is down that way. If I go get an Italian beef, there's a Portillos, and it's further down. Got a Chick-fil-A there. I don't want to go to Chick-fil-A for a Chicago tour. But I see a few people there. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Let's see how much battery I have on here. I'm at 51%. See, it's weird because I think New York is just kind of like blah. Okay, I've been to New York 3 times and I just think it's a shithole, to be quite honest with you. First of all, the architecture here is significantly better. Second of all, the food is significantly better. Third of all, they have the big theaters if you're into that Broadway stuff. But I would definitely argue that we have the better museums. So if you want to talk about culture just from a museum standpoint, Field Museum, Museum of Science and Industry, Adler Planetarium, the Art Museum here. I guess you can make an argument, the Met versus the Chicago Art Institute. None of them hold a candle to the Louvre. Let's see. Yeah, because I don't know what New York culture is either. To me, it's just, I think New York's an ugly city. Like every time I've gone there 3 times, and each time I go to New York, I try to like it. I really do. It's just so, like, here, you got like a big sidewalk. There's a big sidewalk in New York. You're walking on these small ass little sidewalks that you're just assholes and elbows with everyone. I just hate that. Actually, I might have to wrap this up because I have to go to my car because I only have my car at a meter for 3 hours. So I didn't even think about that. So I'll get a ticket, which I really don't want to pay. All right. So with that being the situation, see, this is, I tried to fit as much as I could into here. There's just so much to try to fit. It's like hard. Yeah, I'm not going to have enough time to get all the way down to Water Tower Place. So you keep going further down there, and we might see it when we cross the street here, is that you have the Water Tower, which is, we had a major fire here in the 1870s, and it's like one of, I think, like 3 of the remaining structures that still stand. Let's see, it's right in, like, under the tree there. Like, it's really hard to see, but I'm going to get lunch because then I have to get to my car and then I got to do some work. But, and honestly, if I had more time on my meter, because it was a 3-hour max, if I had more time on it, I would actually, walk around more. But it's totally on the other side of town, so it's across the river and across the interstate. So I mentioned earlier when we're on the other side of the river, we were technically on the south side. We are now technically on the north side of Chicago. So this is the north side, or as I like to call it, the snobbier side. I think the south side's better, salt of the earth people there, whereas the north side I think are usually just a bunch of pompous pricks. But, you know, which is funny for me to say because I'm technically from the north side. So yeah. All right, so. Yeah, it's getting quite warm. So what I'll do, I don't know where it is. I know it's further down here. We're gonna go. We are going to go to a restaurant called Portillos and get an Italian beef. And I'll just show you that and then we'll end the video at Portillos. But yeah, I mean, like, literally, I've shown you, like, we've been downtown and there's a lot downtown. I've shown you like 10% maybe of Chicago. Like, I've really thought about doing a whole entire channel about Chicago, about the city, about the history, about the culture, about everything. And I've been thinking about it because it's something that I'm kind of more passionate about. So, I mean, like, ooh, stuff's smelling good. Oh, there's a steak shack right there. In fact, that's the first steak shack that I ever went to. It was right here. I think it's horrible. All right. Oh, okay. So we do have some history here coming up. So I'll show you this when we get to it. I say Steak Shack is absolutely delicious for people who have no experience with, like, food. Now, oh, should I go there? So that is the birthplace of the deep dish pizza, Pizzerina Uno. Now it's not as good. It's become totally commercialized, and honestly, people have taken the original concept and run with it and have made it much, much better. But that is the original Pizzerina Uno that made the deep dish. Right there is Pizzeria Due, which is once this got too big for its britches, then they just created a second location over there. But I do believe a Portillos will be coming up, and the problem is I can't look at my map at all. So yeah, Pizzeria Uno right there, home of the deep dish, birthplace of the deep dish. I think that's also on the list of, like, national historical places here in the United States as well. Not sure, but I think it is. And if I'm not mistaken, one of these buildings is one of the hotels that Harrison Ford stayed in during The Fugitive, but I'm not sure. Yeah, when the Portillos Towers became the biggest building, it kind of was a gut punch for us, I'll admit. Like, crap. So, the Weber Grill restaurant, ton of restaurants. So this is going to be the place, like I said, where all the restaurants are. Now, all of the theaters and stuff, they're pretty much on the south side. So they're just like, if you go south here, they're just like right across the river. So where the hell is Portillos? I'm pretty sure. Well, at least I got my steps in for the day. That's a good thing. Oh, they changed this. At this Starbucks, you used to be able to sit outside, but now you can't, it looks like. I'm just showing you guys around, looking at the buildings and whatnot. This is something we do quite well in Chicago. Jesus Christ, people. All right. It's like one horn honks, then the next one, then the next one, then the next one. Jesus. It's weird because it's like I'm getting hot wearing this jacket, but I know if I take it off, I'll feel cold. So it's like, no, I don't want to do that yet. Oh, because see, it's like, why does it do that? I want to, the chat only comes up for like a few seconds. It's how, shit. There's a McDonald's around here. And the Portillos is next to the McDonald's. I don't think I've walked far enough yet. Like I said, I can't look at my map because then it turns off the stream, which is stupid. University of Kansas must be having a basketball game here or something because I'm seeing tons of University of Kansas stuff. Okay, I think, oh, yes, this looks like McDonald's coming up here. Yeah, now we're getting to the place where it's just not as pretty out here. It's just a little bit more city, not necessarily as beautiful as downtown. But you'll find a lot of the restaurants that are the known restaurants in Chicago, like Morton Steakhouse and others, in this area. So yeah. Here's McDonald's. You know, I'm talking about a big McDonald's. Here you go. I'm just gonna, and there is Portillos. That's what I was looking for. So that's McDonald's right there. This might, no, I don't think it is. I was mentioning earlier in the stream that there is a McDonald's that is like an international one where you could order stuff from other things from around the world. I don't think that one's it. Here is our Hard Rock Cafe. But this is where we're going to. We're going to Portillos to get the sloppiest sandwich on earth. An Italian beef. Italian beef. I can't speak today. I know the perfection Nazis will come out and say, you said beef, not beef. You don't speak English. You're not fluent. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. All right. Jesus. I haven't been to Portillos in probably like 6 months. All right. Hopefully I don't lose any reception in here. Yes. All right, and there's our menu. I think there's a line over there that I didn't go into. Oh well. All right. That's a nice restaurant. Oh, they got it upstairs here. I wonder if they got it open. I've never been in this downtown location. I've only been to the other ones. But there is the menu. Let me go ahead and zoom in. So you got hot dogs, you got beef, which is what we're getting. See that big sandwich in the middle? That's what we're getting in Italian beef.
Order 189.
Some slow people today. Also, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask.
Order 189.
I shouldn't get a shake, but they have something called a chocolate cake shake, which is friggin' amazing. A small one is 850 calories. That's why we're not getting that today. No. Candy cane shake. I haven't seen that one before. I don't know if you can make things I don't know if you can get like a combo on it or not. Gotta get my wallet out. Sorry for moving the camera around a lot. Let me know if people are able to see.
182.
Hey there. Yeah, let me go ahead and get a regular Italian beef dipped with hot peppers, a small fries with cheese.
Any drink for you?
Huh?
Any drink for you?
Yeah, a diet, whatever.
Yeah, Diet Coke, that's okay.
Yeah, Diet
You want
Coke.
small, right?
Yeah, no ice.
Small Diet, no ice.
Yep, that'll do it.
1767, okay?
All right.
You good?
Okay, cool, thanks.
No problem. Give you a receipt.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need the number, right?
Gotta take it over 215, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, hopefully, hopefully people are here. I heard someone say they got dropped. Let me know if you got dropped or not, if you're still here, because I'm wondering, being inside, how much that's gonna hurt. The reception.
Order 172, your order is through, 172.
Sorry if I'm shaking around a lot because I'm getting my wallet out and all that. So what number are we? 215. The upstairs is closed, so that ain't happening. I will sit closer to the windows just so we get some good reception.
Order 195, your order's arrived, 195.
No, I don't go here a lot because there isn't one near me. Closest one is in Springfield, Illinois, which is two hours away. So, yeah. We're 215. I heard 195, but remember they got a drive-through going out there as well. So yeah, this is like, if you come to Chicago, this is like one of the restaurants you have to come to. What's weird, it's a chain restaurant, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, don't go to chains, go to... No, there's something about Chicago chain restaurants that are actually good. God, now that I stopped walking and came inside, I am just like sweating from having this jacket on. It is friggin' hot. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and get some napkins, or more accurately, let me get a shitload of napkins, because that's what you're gonna need. Ooh. It came off, so I'm like, okay. Oh yeah, and by the way, like countries that have like ketchup in the little packets that they give you, and you can like use one, you know, screw that. There's the cups, there's the pump. Take as much as you like. All right. Oh, someone said something.
Order 207, come get your heaven, 207.
Whoa. What do you like most about being an English teacher? Well, I thought about making a video about that. I worked in politics for 30 years and absolutely hated it. I hated having to lie to people. I hated seeing people miserable. I hated all that stuff. And one day in 2016, I was just like, I'm done. I'm done with politics.
Order 235, your order's arrived, 235.
Holy crap.
And 219, your order's on the scene.
No, not 219, 215. And so, yeah, so I quit politics, and I was like, you know what, I want to do something that's going to help people and it's going to be beneficial to people. So I started teaching English. And yeah, I wanted to have something that just like help people out. And so, yeah, I started teaching English, started helping people. You know, I haven't had a student, all my students have been pretty good. Two have kind of been irritating. Interesting.
Order 205 and 215, your orders are on the scene.
Yes. Finally.
Thank you. Have a good day.
215.
215, little ice.
Yep.
You have a good day.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Order 225, your orders arrived, 225.
All right. They didn't give me a tray, but let's see. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go right here. You know what? I'm gonna kind of go over here. Hopefully we get some good reception. Just go where there's less people, so I can talk and maybe you can hear. Ah, there we go. Wish I had that upstairs open. Those people are just climbing up there like it. They think they're fucking boss or something. Okay. Here we go. Wish he would have given me a tray for Christ's sakes. All right, so I'm gonna put this down. I can finally take this jacket off. All right, put the jacket over here. I might put that in my backpack for the rest of this time. All right, so let's go ahead and open up some Portillos. So, I'm gonna go ahead. Hold on. Fries. So we got the fries and the cheese sauce. So that's cheese sauce, we got fries, and then we have our Italian beef sandwich with hot peppers. And it is dipped. Which means this thing is extremely soggy. It. And inside there, we have the hot peppers. So we got hot peppers. We have carrots, and then the beef, and then the bun. To show you, this is
Order 236, 236.
I don't know. I can't say anything about a vegan teacher right now, as I'm eating something literally called an Italian beef. Oh. I just realized you might not be able to hear me. So there were the fries. This is the Italian beef. I had the cheese sauce with it as well. I didn't realize that I didn't have this here. So they dipped this thing. They dipped it in an au jus sauce, and it is messy. But you have to wash your hands when you're done eating this thing. So yeah. As far as like a vegan teacher or whatever, yeah, I can't say anything, dude. I mean, here I am eating something, like I just said a second ago, literally called an Italian beef. So I don't know if I'm the best person to actually make any comments about a vegan teacher. Okay, but we're going to go ahead and end this video today. Today was just kind of like a first experimental video of going out and seeing what things are like. Now, Chicago is a city that I know and I know well. But I am thinking about going to other cities that I just don't know that well. Indianapolis, Cincinnati, St. Louis, Nashville, others. And yeah, so I'm thinking about doing more of these types of videos. But thank you all very much for joining me. I am going to eat now and then rush to my car so I don't get a ticket. Have a wonderful day. Oh, by the way, I might have another surprise stream in a few hours from now. So go ahead and keep your eyes open for that. I might have that because I might show some other parts of Chicago out in the suburbs. All right, so have a wonderful day wherever it is you are, and I will see you possibly very soon. Bye-bye.